Clapperboard, the untold story of John Okafor, Mr. Ibu. He was a man whose face alone could make millions laugh. John Okafor, popularly known as Mr. Ibu, was Nollywood's king of comedy. His clumsy walks, his exaggerated facial expressions, and his unique ability to turn the most ordinary scene into pure comedy gold made him a legend. From the early 2000s, you couldn't talk about Nollywood comedy without talking about Mr. Ibu. He wasn't just an actor, he was a phenomenon. Children imitated him, families gathered to watch his films, and his name became synonymous with joy. But behind the laughter, there was a darker, hidden story. Poverty, betrayal, family conflict, repeated poisoning, financial struggles, and a health battle that would end with the cruelest twist of all, his unexpected passing in March 2024. This is the story of how Nollywood's funniest man became a tragic hero. A story that reveals the truth about fame, betrayal, and the fragility of life. John Okafor was born on October 17, 1961, in Kano West, Enugu State, Nigeria. His childhood was marked by severe poverty. His father died early, leaving the family in hardship. As the eldest son, John carried the burden of survival. He worked any job he could find: hairdressing, photography, refrigerator repair, even martial arts coaching. In an interview, he once said, "I have been everything in this life before Nollywood. I suffered, but I never gave up." That resilience shaped him. And though the world would later laugh at his clumsy characters, his real life was far from funny. When Nollywood began booming in the 1990s, John moved to Lagos, determined to make it. At first, producers rejected him. He didn't have the handsome look for lead roles. He didn't fit the romantic hero mold. But he had something more powerful: timing, originality, and the natural gift of comedy. In 2004, everything changed. The movie Mr. Ibu hit the market. It wasn't just a success, it became a cultural landmark. Suddenly, John Okafor wasn't just an actor. He was Mr. Ibu, the lovable clown of Nollywood. Over the years, he starred in over 200 films, including Mr. Ibu in London, Police Recruit, and 9 Wives. His face sold movies. His characters defined Nollywood comedy. He was loved across Africa and the diaspora. But success brought new challenges. And as Mr. Ibu's fame rose, so did the shadows in his personal life. While the world saw laughter, John's private life was filled with pain. He was open about his struggles. He often spoke of being betrayed by family members. In 2019, he revealed something shocking. "They poisoned me. People in my own house. They want me dead." At first, fans thought he was exaggerating. But in 2020, and again in 2022, he was hospitalized after suspected poisoning incidents. Doctors confirmed that toxins were in his system. Why would anyone want to harm the man who made the whole country laugh? Some whispered it was envy. Others said it was money. But one truth stood out. Mr. Ibu was surrounded by people who didn't always wish him well. Beyond health, his family life was also turbulent. He had marital issues, accusations, and conflicts that sometimes spilled into the media. The man who looked so carefree on screen was often weighed down by battles at home. Still, he fought on. He returned to acting, attended events, and tried to smile through the pain. But then came the biggest shock. In October 2023, Mr. Ibu appeared in a heartbreaking video from his hospital bed. His once chubby, lively face was pale and weak. His voice trembled as he begged Nigerians for help. "They want to cut off my leg. I don't want to lose my leg. Please, help me." The video went viral. Millions wept. This was not the Mr. Ibu they knew. The man who made others laugh was now crying for help. Donations poured in. Celebrities like Davido and others rallied to support him. Nigerians prayed. Fans hoped he would recover. But then came the twist no one was prepared for. Despite efforts, doctors amputated one of his legs to save his life. The internet erupted in shock. The man who had once danced clumsily across screens, the actor whose physical comedy depended on his movements, could no longer walk. Even worse, soon after, reports surfaced that the donations meant for his treatment were mismanaged. Rumors spread that some of his family members had taken advantage of his illness for money. For a man who had been betrayed before, this was a cruel confirmation. In his weakest moment, he was again let down by those closest to him. The truth about his private struggles, The poisonings, the betrayals, the financial mismanagement came into the open. Fans were devastated. And then on March 2nd, 2024, the news broke. John Okafor, Mr. Ibu, was dead. He passed at age 62, leaving Nollywood and the world in shock. When the news spread, Nigeria cried. Tributes poured in from actors, musicians, politicians, and fans. Social media was flooded with clips of his funniest scenes. For many, it was hard to believe. How could the man who gave so much laughter leave in such pain? His death raised hard questions about Nollywood, about how actors are treated, about health care, about family betrayal, and about the cost of fame. Mr. Ibu's life was a paradox. He brought happiness to millions, yet his own journey was filled with suffering. The story of John Okafor teaches us something profound. Fame does not protect against suffering. Money does not guarantee peace. Even laughter, as healing as it is, cannot erase pain. Behind every celebrity is a human being, vulnerable, fragile, and sometimes betrayed by the very people they trust most. Yet, despite his struggles, Mr. Ibu left behind something priceless, a legacy of joy. His movies continue to make people laugh. His name lives on in Nollywood history. His story is a reminder that while life is fragile, the impact of love, laughter, and resilience lasts forever. As Nigerians mourned, one thing was clear. Mr. Ibu was not just a clown, he was a legend. His life was both a comedy and a tragedy, but above all it was real.